the 26th speaker to ever address the graduates of Warren County Community College. Our speaker is a recognized teacher, author, and mentor. Mr. Billy Staples is an educator, innovator, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and motivational speaker. The co-founder of BEST, building educational support teams, he works with professional athletes to raise significant funds for scholarships for at-risk and high-need young men and women. His organization has provided educational support to many Warren County residents. As an educator, Mr. Staples has twice been nominated for the Disney National Teacher of the Year Award. His life as an educator had such a profound influence that he was the inspiration for the teacher immortalized in Jack Canfield's #1 bestseller, The Secret. An author in his own right, Heath Communications, the publishers of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, published his first work, Before the Glory. The book was released in June of 2007 and sold out its first printing, reaching #5 on the national sports book charts. His most important work, Inspiring Young People, was featured nationally when CNN did a 5-part feature on Staples and the students whose lives he has helped turn around. It is my pleasure to introduce your keynote speaker, born and raised in Phillipsburg, New Jersey, a community college graduate, Warren County's own Billy Staples.
Thank you so much. And to the 282 of you, if I just say thank you so much, then that means I'm like everybody else. I say I had help. I had a lot of help. I was the first person in the history of my family to attend college for 1 day, 1 hour, 1 second. And getting there wasn't just my family, but it was members of the community. If you were to remember anything about your commencement speaker, I'm a teacher. I'm a product of great teachers from Warren County. I'm a product of teachers that opened the door on weekends, late at night, and in the summers. They always had time for me, and they never made me feel hurried. You don't need to remember my name. And in regards to my commencement address, you don't have to remember my commencement address. But I'll have earned some of you to remember it because you students wrote my commencement address. I decided to make sure that I went to the student body for help. The students, the interviews with you, some of them, I admit, fake interviews. Chris, will you please stand up? Samantha, will you please stand up? Samantha, yes. I told you I came here incognito. I did interviews without saying who I was. The commencement address will close being about you. It's not supposed to be about me or my philosophy. You wrote the commencement address. Here it goes. Chris, you are an example of what we can become. You are an example of looking up to a family member, and if they can do it, I can do it. You are a liberal arts major. You cannot express with words how much you respect and look up to your big sister Samantha. You're amazing, lady. Samantha, very loud. Where do you work, Samantha? Because you're a graduate of here in Montclair. Where do you work?
I work here.
Thank you to the both of you for standing. You're a graduate. You've got work to do to catch up to her. Keep working, son. Alan. Alan's a business major. Business administration. Life can give you hurdles. Some of you know the hurdles that you have gone under, through, around, or over. How you get through those hurdles defines you as a person. Alan had a stroke. He was laid off from his job. Alan was in his 30s with 6 kids. The age range was from 2 to 16 years old. He could have come here and taken classes, or he could have been an example to his children and graduated. He said, I wanted to be an example, a graduation example. Alan sends a hug to a professor. You are the person that was patient with me as I was getting over my stroke. Professor Brian Bradford, you are amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Those are just two examples of what this college produces. May you go forward. You have proved to 6 children, son, that you have acquired this unbelievable level in education. Take another class. Not here, somewhere else. Joanna, oh my goodness. Joanna, earlier in this presentation I spoke about perseverance, the P, G, gratitude. If I looked up PG, I'm not looking up a movie, I am looking up both those words and seeing your face. There was a time, ladies and gentlemen, when Joanna was homeless. Well, Joanna, your story taught me too. Because Joanna wasn't just homeless by herself. I was raised by my mom. Joanna, you did it. You went to a shelter, you swallowed your pride, you brought your 2 children with you, and you said, I can do this. And you entered a treatment program. So many of us know people that need to be in a treatment program. You completed it, young lady. And then it was time for an education. Jolene, who worked at the shelter, believed in you and supported your growth and your educational growth. And now, she gets to have that feeling when she sees you of a woman that's a mom, 2 little children, and the bottom line is you are a graduate. You finished the job for this step. There's a stairway ahead of you. Go do it, girl. I am indebted to your story because you make a believer out of me. I am proud that you represent our county. I adore you and I love you, and I would love for you to stay in contact so that you can make us proud as you go on with your education. My applause to you. The last person that I will ask to stand is named Jamela. I need to see it. Give me the smile. You know I live for it. That money can't buy. That's an amazing smile. 3.5 GPA. Am I correct? Are you proud of that 3.5? I know that when you get your bachelor's degree, it's going to be 3.55, 3.6, 3.7. You are just getting started. Well, I can't have you stand alone, Jamela, because you refused to let me. You, right, didn't know what this presentation was about, but your answers were one of gratitude. You said to me, I can't stand alone. A member that works here has to stand with me. Will Rose Lynch please stand? No way. Your time and effort is right there. And there's some little girl in high school that's going to love you even more because you're going to be that person to the next student and the next student. Jamela grew up in Brooklyn, and her mom passed away when she was 5 years old. Since her father wasn't going to be around, she is proud to say that she was adopted by her aunt and uncle. Her first round of college was not successful. It was interrupted by a little baby who is now her power, her life's blood, her example for strength, Chloe. Where are you, Chloe? Watch, I'll stop this. Let us look at you. Wave to us, Chloe. You are the most important person here, Chloe. Look around at all the people. It's all about you because you're our future, honey. Tiffany Warren was a coordinator that always stood as your rock. You had a rock in this college and you had a rock out of this college. You had 2 people that believed in you. I will tell you that when you talked about Rose Lynch becoming your advisor, your role model, your mentor, you want to be like her in the future. If you talk to that lady over there, sweetheart, you already are. God bless the 2 of us. If I end the commencement address standing here speaking at the mic, it's not what it's about. It's not supposed to be about me. I wanted to give the class a gift. And I wanted the gift to be of perseverance and gratitude. Mr. Grady asked his mom, would she drive him to an audition? And she did. He auditioned, they rejected him, and he was sent home. He went back to finish his college education, and the next year rolled around. This time the auditions were even farther away. He sat at the kitchen table with his mom and said, "Will you drive me again?" Perseverance, folks. Never quit. She drove him to Philadelphia. Tell him, what happened? I was rejected. Say it.
I was rejected.
So how does the story end? The next year, Tyler is finishing his degree in Philadelphia, goes home and sits with his mom and says, "Want to go to Boston?" His mom said yes. What you don't know on the television show is that the first set of judges he sang for didn't send him home. That same day, he sang for a second set of 4 judges, and they didn't send him home. And later on in the day, a third set, so that at the end of the day, he actually was in front of the real American Idol judges, and they picked 1 to go to Hollywood. You, Mr. Grady, are the definition of perseverance. I applaud you. He told me what song he wants to sing. It's his mic. I'm done. Thank you so much.
We're going to ask that you all stand and join with us in singing "God Bless America." God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, through the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet